Hello everyone, Rise Bullpen Sports Cards back with another video. And I just wanted to go ahead and get a video out this evening to just kind of recap this last weekend's events for me. I set up at a card show in McPherson, Kansas this last Saturday. And as you guys can see in the thumbnail, it was an incredible hobby weekend for me. And so I just wanted to kind of go ahead and recap it all for you guys and just share the amazing weekend that I had and just the memories that I will always have from what happened, and a lot of items I picked up that were pretty great as well. But definitely, I just wanted to share the special moments that I was able to partake in this weekend because, when you sit up at a card show and you meet a lot of great people and the connections you make, that's really, in my opinion, that's really what's worth the most. The cards bring us together, but it's the people and the connections we make that make this hobby great. And so I wanted to go ahead and just kind of recap and explain to you guys what kind of happened this weekend for me. And some of you guys have probably seen and heard about what happened, but I was surprised by a great guy in our hobby community, and that's Mike J. Hawker Vintage Cards. And he just, he is just an incredible guy in this hobby, and I have appreciated him so much, and he has become a great friend of mine, and I just sure enjoy, being able to get great chats and with him, and, we had never met, but we had chats, leading up to this, but, he decided that he would drive all the way from his home to McPherson, Kansas to surprise me. And it was just an incredible moment that we had. And it's a moment that I will always remember because Mike is just a fantastic guy in our community and just so easy to talk to about sports, cards, just anything. And so this, like I said, this is what makes this community special and great, is when you have someone that's willing to take the time out and go and make a trip. And it was very, very cold this weekend, and he made the trip out to the middle of Kansas and meet me for the first time. That's just special, and it's, like I said, it's something that I will always remember. So Mike, I sure appreciate your friendship and your willingness and your wanting to come out and experience a show here out in McPherson, Kansas. And it is a great little show here in Kansas. So if you're ever, in the area when it's going on, it's always worth checking it out. But I just wanted to go ahead and just, it was just an incredible memory that I will always have. And I'm still shocked and still surprised that he took that time to come and meet me. And like I said, we just had a great time. Our chat the whole day, or most of the day while we were there, was just awesome. And so, Mike, thank you very much for that. And like I said, brother, I appreciate you. So now I just wanted to go ahead and kind of just share what I picked up with you guys. I picked up a lot of great stuff, from the show. And I also picked up a couple items from a card shop that I go to frequently. It's my closest one, and that's in Salina, Kansas. It's called The Arena. It's a pretty good little shop as well. But I wanted to go ahead and just share some cards and share some items because they're not all cards. So I'll go ahead and get started with you guys. The first item is the Beckett #1 basketball issue with Michael Jordan. Did not have this. Great piece for my Jordan collection. Definitely excited to finally have the #1 issue for the Beckett basketball featuring Michael on it. Just an awesome addition for my collection. So definitely pumped to have that. Really like that one a lot. Next one's another Michael Jordan item as well. This one is the 1989 Fleer Stickers Michael Jordan. And it's in a PSA 8. But I did not have this one. Just needing the third sticker. The third year sticker to kind of complete the Fleer Jordan stickers. So just a really nice one. I like this one. That fits in well with the Jordan collection. Next one, it was a guy came up to my table and he had this card, and he was looking at some of my baseball programs that I had set out on my table. I had a couple World Series programs in the 70s, and then I had some Royals programs and that, and kind of caught his eye. And so he brought this card, and I think it's pretty cool. I don't have a lot of this guy, but I definitely enjoyed watching him, and that is a Jerry Rice card. And it is the 1997 Bowman's Best. And I thought that was cool. So what we did was we went ahead and he found a few magazines and programs that he liked, and we just did a swap straight across. So excited to add this card. Didn't think I'd, bring a Jerry Rice card home, but it's a nice little football card. It's a PSA 9, so I enjoyed that trade. Pretty nice little trade on that. And then these next two cards are, well, one of them is definitely a card. Well, it's an ultra modern basketball card, which, if you know me and kind of see what I share, it's not a whole lot of ultra modern basketball. But this little kid came up to my table and he was asking if I was buying cards. And sometimes I buy, and it just kind of depends. I like to take a look sometimes and see what they have. And so this kid had a stack of cards, and he wanted me to take a look. And so I took a look, and I brought these two. I bought these two cards from him. And first one is a select Drake May rookie card. Don't have a whole lot of Drake May, so I thought I'd add this one as he's doing pretty well right now. And then this was the card that is an ultra modern basketball card, and I don't really get a whole lot of ultra modern basketball, but I thought I might as well add at least one example of a rookie card to this guy, and that's the rated rookie Victor Wembanyama. So, like I said, I don't collect a lot of ultra modern basketball, but when he came by my table, I just kind of wanted to help him out. So I bought these two cards from him to kind of help him, and hopefully he spent that money on a card that he really wanted, and if he did that, then it was a success. So next card, this was a great deal, and it's a card that I did not have and was super excited to add it, and that's the 1971 Topps Willie Mays. Great card, pretty nice condition. Not a lot of chipping. There's a little bit of chipping on the borders, but these cards are super tough to get, in great shape. And I'll tell you, I got this for $10, which when he told me $10, I don't think I got my wallet out fast enough for that one. So that was right away. Right when he said $10, I was like, yep, I will take this card. I will take 71s that look like this all day for $10, especially when they're Hall of Famers and cards of guys of that caliber. So, and so this next card, this was the big item for me, and it was kind of a player that I was targeting, going into the show. I was hoping that I was able to find a nice example of this player, and was wanting it in a 50s. Didn't really matter what year in the 50s, but I wanted to bring home this card of this player, and I think I did a fantastic job. I'm very happy in what I found, and I think you guys will really like it. And like I said, I'm still excited that I was able to land the 1958 Topps Mickey Mantle. Beautiful card. Now I think this is in good shape, really. I think it looks great to me. I can't really see any creases on the card. These 58s kind of have, a history of snow on them, and I think this one is pretty good. That kind of that goldish yellow background is pretty sharp to me. So I think this was a pretty nice 58 Mickey. And like I said, I am extremely happy to add it, and it's going to look nice in the display case. It'll stay in this one touch. I don't know if I'll grade it eventually, but like enjoying these cards and one touches and then putting them in my display case behind me. And I am just excited that I was able to find a card like this there at the show. And like I said, I'm just, I think it's a beautiful copy. So really excited to add that one. And then these last two items were the ones that I picked up at that card shop in Salinum and on my way back home. And so they were pretty good items as well. And first one is the 1960 Topps Jim Kaat rookie card. This was a card that I had been wanting for a while, and pretty nice card. I mean, it might be off a little bit, but you know, when I was able to get it for $15 and didn't have it, I went ahead and bought that one pretty quick. So really enjoyed the Jim Kaat rookie card. Nice one. And then this one's a June 4th, 1962 Sports Illustrated with Willie Mays on the cover. And so I thought this was a nice looking Sports Illustrated. I didn't have a Sports Illustrated with Willie on the cover. I got one with Clemente, but I didn't have one of Mays. So thought it was a nice one. Saw this one in there and wanted to add it to the collection. So this one might go up on the wall behind me, and because I do think it's a pretty nice looking image of him swinging, and think it would look great behind me. So this might be a candidate to go up on the wall. But just wanted to go ahead and show you guys my pickups. And also, like I said, I just had an incredible weekend. And you know, my dad was there with me, and that always makes it special when, you know, when you have a parent that's, you know, interested in, and they were the ones that got me interested in this hobby. So when you have your dad with you at your table, you know, when you're selling at the card show, it's pretty special. It's a pretty special feeling to have your dad sitting there or standing there with you. And like I said, when he was the one and my mom, they were the ones that got me, you know, started when I was little into this great hobby. And so, like I said, whenever you're able to have that and have that special bond with them, it's special. And so, you know, he always likes to come to the card show with me when I set up. And so it's always a great weekend. And like I said, something that I will always remember in my lifetime is just the pure joy and the passion that, you know, he has in collecting, and he's passed that on to me, and he's still, you know, still right there with me, right by my side. And so, like I said, it's special. And, you know, Mike, just an incredible, you know, just when you were able to come out here and go to the show, it was just, and surprise me, it was just special. And so I just want to thank you for that again. And like I said, I just appreciate you so much. So thank you so much, brother. And hopefully everyone enjoyed the video, and have a good evening, guys. We'll talk to you later.